Hi everyone, this is Annindita Palaus, and today's video is about how you can make 100K from less than $100 using the law of attraction. And a little disclaimer here that the results are going to vary from person to person. It could be way less than 100K, it could be way more than 100K. So I'm not going to make any guarantees that it will be exactly this. But here are 5 really powerful and effective techniques that you can start doing starting today. And they are extremely simple. Most of them don't cost you any money whatsoever, and it can help you in significantly improving your vibration of abundance and wealth. So number 1, and I cannot take credit for this one because I have learned this from Abraham Hicks, one of the teachers that I have been following for a really long time. And this technique has worked very well for me and many more people that I know. So I can definitely vouch for this. And in fact, all the other techniques that I'll be sharing. These are all techniques that I've personally tried myself, and they have worked excellently for me and for my coaching clients as well, and many more people whom I know. So I can tell you that these techniques work, even though I cannot guarantee that it will be a certain sum of money or a certain amount of time it will come to you in, but these techniques definitely work. So the first is just take a $100 note in your pocket, put it in your pocket or your purse, your bag, wherever you carry your money, and go to your favorite store. And just begin spending that money mentally. Not really, just mentally. And you could do that online as well. If you are not going to a real store, you could just go to an online website, your favorite website, and start spending that money mentally. In fact, you could even try that with $50 bill, $500 bill, whatever you want, whatever amount of money that you want to play around with. Since you are not actually spending the money, you are just spending it mentally. It doesn't matter how much money you put in your pocket. If you feel like if you go to your favorite store, a $100 bill is not going to do much, you can put $500 there or $1,000. But the point is that you start spending the money in your mind as if you are actually spending it. And start feeling good about it. Just look at all the things that you could possibly get with that $100. Let's say you go to the store and you see your favorite pair of shoes. So that's for maybe, let's say $50. So you can get that pair of shoes for $50. You have money for that. Let's say you see some scarf or maybe a belt that is for $60, $70, whatever, maybe a handbag for $90. And you can spend that same $100 bill over and over and over again on things that you want to have without actually spending it, of course. And just do this for as long as it is fun. Take it as a fun game. Don't make a chore out of it. Don't make it something that you must do every single day like a routine. No, this is not routine work. This is just a fun little game that you can just play the next time you're going to a mall. Or if you have free time today, then just do it today. But the point to remember is that, first of all, you don't actually spend the money, and secondly, you do it for as long as it is fun. The whole point of this is just to mentally spend the money while having fun and feeling that you have this abundance, that you can get whatever it is that you want. And you do have the $100 bill in your pocket. So you actually know that, yes, I do have the money. If I want, I can get those shoes. If I want, I can get that belt. But not actually spending it, just having fun with it. And the second one is something that you must have heard many times. It is often taught as part of religious teachings. It is also taught as part of many spiritual teachings, and that is giving. And you might be thinking that, why is giving so important? And that is because giving makes you a vibrational match to receiving. And now you must be wondering that, how is that even possible? How is giving, that is the exact opposite of receiving, going to put you in the vibrational field of receiving? And that is because we live in a world of duality. This is a world of polarity, this physical world. It is a world of opposites. If you look at a coin, it has a head and a tail. The coin will cease to exist if you take away the tail or if you take away the head. It cannot exist without the head and the tail. Similarly, night and day, they both exist because of each other. Without the recognition of night, there will be no recognition of day, and vice versa. So because we live in this dualistic environment, giving and receiving, even though they are the exact opposites of each other, and yet that is what makes it the complete whole. One cannot exist without the other. So often what happens is when we are in a lack mindset, we are trying to make more money, we're trying to get more abundance, we get into this vibration of lack, and so we don't want to give, we don't want to share, because we feel that we don't have enough. How can we share when we don't have enough? But when you actually start giving to a charity, giving to donation, giving without any expectation in return, it's not the same as going to a store and purchasing something in return for getting something. Instead, giving without getting anything in return, or without having the expectation of getting anything in return. Now, one thing is, just because you heard me say that giving will make you a vibrational match to receiving, you might think that, okay, I will start donating today so that I can start making more money. But if you start donating only to get more money in return, or if you give to somebody only so that you can get more in return, then that would not work either. So the giving has to be done from a place of feeling abundance. So when you give out of the joy that you get from giving, not from what you could be manifesting as a result of your giving. And in fact, give to strangers so that there are no expectations. Because often what happens is when we give to friends and family, we immediately start expecting something in return. So I would say give in a way that the person receiving doesn't even know from whom it is coming from. A very fun little game could be just take a few dollar bills and go to a nearby library, or maybe a bookstore, or maybe even a grocery store, or even the dollar store. Just go to any store and start hiding away those $1 bills, maybe with a small little thank you note, and maybe a small little note saying, just have a blessed day, or whatever it is, just a small little prayer, or a small little blessing for the person who might be receiving that $1. And it could be $1, it could be $5, $10, $2, doesn't matter. The amount does not matter. It could even be 50 cents if that's what you feel like doing. So just be playful with it, and again, make a game out of it. And soon you will see that you will start having fun with this kind of giving. You have no idea who's going to receive that $1 or $2 or whatever it is that you have hidden. And you have no idea what their reaction is going to be. But it's just a fun little game. And you will see how the universe starts bringing back to you many-fold more than what you have donated. In fact, if you're trying to create more abundance of wealth, then donate wealth. If you're trying to create abundance of love, then donate love or give love to others without expecting anything in return. If you are looking for companionship, then provide your companionship to others. The third thing is meditate. And I agree that I talk about meditation in almost every other video of mine. And that is because to this date, I have not found a single tool that is as effective as meditation. The day I find it, I promise I will share that with you. But so far, I have found that meditation is by far the single most effective tool when it comes to creating the life that you want. And I don't care whether you call it meditation or hypnosis, or you call it by any other name like self-inquiry. Basically, any technique that makes you go inward, makes you go within, and quiets the chatter of your mind is meditation. So when you become meditative by nature, automatically everything, all the limiting beliefs that you have acquired that keeps you away from the life that you desire, from the wealth that you desire, starts dissolving. They just start falling away. Because who you truly are, your core or your essence, it is one with this whole universe. It is the creator of this whole universe, and it is powerful. So becoming meditative is highly effective when it comes to creating a successful life. Not just when it comes to abundance, but anything that you are trying to create in your life. Next is take out some time and make a list of all the activities that you do during your regular day, and just list all the activities down. And then right next to those activities, also note down how many hours you are spending on those activities in the next column. And then in the third column, note down on a scale of 0 to 10, how much happiness or joy does this activity bring to you? So 0 being no joy at all, and 10 being ultimate joy, or a lot of joy and happiness. And once you take some time to create this list, see how much of your time in a day are you spending on activities which are very low on that scale, which are between 0 to 5. And see how much of the activities are between 6 to 10. Now your aim is to slowly move more time in your day towards the activities which are between 6 to 10, preferably which are an 8, 9 or a 10. And slowly start making changes in your life so as to align yourself more and more with those activities, to start devoting more time to those activities that are 8, 9 and 10 on the happiness scale. And lastly, but not the least, you could check out my Abundance Revolution program, in which I go into a lot of details about the spiritual laws of success and how to create sustainable success and abundance in your life. And what I mean by that is abundance that comes from within, the kind of abundance that actually makes you happy, not the kind of abundance for which you have to put your nose to the grindstone and eventually have a high stress life and maybe end up having some kind of heart disease and not even having the time or the energy to spend your money or to spend all the wealth that you've created on yourself or to enjoy it with your loved ones. I'm talking about the kind of abundance that is holistic in nature, that is not just financial abundance, but that includes abundance of love, joy, health, wealth, everything. So if that is something that interests you, then check out my Abundance Revolution program, link below in the description. I teach them through webinars, and I also have home study programs for those who might not be able to join me in the live webinars. If you enjoyed this video, then like it, share it with someone who would enjoy it as well, and remember to subscribe to my channel. I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.